What's going on, everybody? Fireflinger here. Decided to make a little video. That's not what I wanted to do. That's the one. Okay, make a little video talking about my talents, Fire Mage talents for PvP. Okay, now this is just what I do. This is by no means what you must do. Okay, I've seen Hansel's video that just came out like the other day, and again, he makes recommendations, you know, just like I'm gonna do. Like I'm by far no means on the level of Hansel when it comes to playing a fire mage. I'm really just the casual player. But anyway, here are my talents, and I'm gonna go through each one and tell you why I chose that particular talent. Starting off with the first tier, level 15, Blazing Speed. I don't know why you would want to go anything else. Blazing Speed is just great for kiting. Especially now with how quickly melee can close gaps on you. Evanesce is pretty good. I mean, I tried that. I mean, I guess I only say it's pretty good because the theory of it sounds really great. It replaces Ice Block though, so it doesn't drop any. It doesn't drop any dots. It doesn't heal you if you have the Glyph of Regenerative Ice or anything. I don't know. Evanesce would be my second choice here. I've always gone Blazing Speed though. You know, just keep the kiting up. You know, I mean, as a fire mage, you're very mobile anyway. But I just really I just love Blazing Speed. It's just great. You can go like just it only increases your movement speed by 150% for 1.5 seconds. So I mean, it's not like it's real, like, you know, awesome. But I mean, it does really put some distance between you and the person you're trying to get away from. And it suppresses movement slowing effects. So I mean, if you're hamstrung and you're trying to get away from a warrior, he charges, you blink, he charges again, and you can Blazing Speed. Of course, I mean, mine's on cooldown right now, but I mean, it just really helps to get you away from them. Okay, second tier, level 30. Ice Barrier. Yes, it can be spell stolen and purged, and it doesn't really absorb a whole lot of damage. I mean, it does absorb a nice chunk of damage, but it does have its drawbacks. It can be dispelled. It can be stolen by another mage. But if you look at the other talents, the only other one I would ever think about going to is Alter Time. But even in MOP, I didn't really use Alter Time a whole lot. I did put it in my macros, but it just seemed like too much to think about, because it was like, you know, you had to make sure all your trinkets were procced, and then all your procs were procced, and then, you know, you had a heating up proc and a pyroblast proc, you know, and then it's like boom, Alter Time, and then yeah, you could really nuke the shit out of somebody with Alter Time. But I don't know. It's just weird playing with, just because. I don't know. I just go Ice Barrier. It's dependable. I mean, mages all over the world over know about Ice Barrier. Okay, next tier. Depending on what I'm doing, if I'm in BGs, which is typically, you know, what I've been running lately, a lot of my friends have been busy, so I haven't really been able to do any arenas. I usually go Ice Ward. Ice Ward in BGs, and when in an arena where there's melee, where it's melee heavy. Ice Ward, you cast it, you can put on yourself or another player, and it has 3 charges. Whenever hit by a melee attack, it triggers a Frost Nova. So again, it really helps with kiting. Frost Shower would be my second choice. If I'm in an arena with a majority of them being casters, or depending on what my partner is, it's a single target Nova thing. It just kind of roots them, but it silences them. That's the big thing. At 20-second cooldown, has a silence, so it's just like Counterspell, you know, to really lock down those healers. Get a nice CC chain going. Level 60, Cold Snap resets the duration on a lot of your spells and also heals you for a nice chunk of health. I think I've seen a couple mages use Greater Invisibility. It's just kind of like I mean, it doesn't even remove all the dots. It only removes 2 dots from you. So if you're going against a mage or a fire mage or like a warlock or something, and you got like a lot of dots on you, this isn't going to do anything. because you're going to hit greater invis, it's going to drop a couple of the dots, and the moment you're hit by one of those dots, you're out of invis. So it doesn't really do much. Okay, level 75. Okay, so these talents are kind of, debatable. There's a lot of, what I see is most mages rocking the wave. Whether you're frost, arcane, or fire, most of them, like almost you. It just seems like the ubiquitous talent. Like everybody's going with it, and I understand it because it does a lot of damage. But the only reason why I don't go with it is because I keep forgetting that it replaces living. That not only does it replace Frost Nova, it also takes away my living bomb. So I'll sit there and try to like dot somebody up, and then and then I won't see the dot on my tidy plates, and then I'll try to dot them up again, and next thing I know, like I'm out of my blast wave because it only has 2 charges. But I can really see a good synergy between blast wave and prismatic crystal, which I'll get to in a second. But for now, I'm just going living bomb. It's really nice. You hit a target with living bomb, then you hit them with inferno blast, and it spreads living bomb to all the other players in the area, like within 8 yards or something, 10 yards. So you get a few ignites on that target, hit them with inferno blast, and then boom, you got dots on everybody. Level 90, Incanter's Flow. I don't know. This one just seems like a good choice, just because your spell power is, for one, it's always increased, and if you get really good, which I'm not there yet, you can time your burst when Incanter's Flow peaks when your spell power is increased to 20%. Again, I'm not that good yet. I don't watch it, but it's still a passive increase to your spell power. So another good one would be Mirror Image. That one's always good. Kind of like it used to, like if you were being targeted and then you hit Mirror Image, whoever was targeting you, like they lost their target on you. They were no longer targeting you. Last time a mage did this to me, I didn't lose my target on them, so I don't know if it's as awesome as it is now, or it used to be. And also, I don't know if a fire mage, if it still casts Frostbolt, because if it does, if they do, the mirror images, if they still cast Frostbolt, that's great, because that's just a slow right there, a passive slow that's being hit them, for however, for 40 seconds. So, mirror image or Incanter's Flow. It really depends on your playstyle. Now, for level 100, I tried Prismatic Crystal. The only reason I'm not going with it is because I haven't been in any arenas with any comps where we can stun lock somebody in a given location for a certain amount of time. That's where I see Prismatic Crystal coming in handy, is like if you can stun somebody, if they've already used their trinket, they have no way out of it, like if you're with a rogue, like Hansel has a pretty good demonstration of this. He has rogue on his team, runs in, rogue stuns the target, drops, smoke clouds so that healer can't target him. Hansel drops a Prismatic Crystal and just lights up the crystal with his blast waves and his pyroblasts, and it just nukes him. Like, it's really great. I'm just not coordinated enough right now to really use it. I will put some practice into it and get an update. But so right now I'm just rocking Meteor. If anything, it's just a cool visual. You drop it, 3 seconds later, it hits the ground, boom. On single targets, it does do quite a bit of damage, and then it leaves a burned area where any enemy players who walk into it get a little dot on them. So it does do quite a bit of damage. Matter of fact, it does more damage than Blast Wave, but both Blast Wave and Meteor are split between targets in the area. I typically try to get Meteor on as many targets as possible, like in a BG, or if I can just, if you're running in an arena, and even if you just want to keep somebody on the move, the moment they see that under them, they're going to be like, oh crap, healer's going to have to move, he might panic a little bit, and then, he's not going to be able to run and cast at the same time. Kind of helps a little bit with keeping him quiet for just a second. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. I'd like to hear what you all think. But yeah, I like to. I will be playing around with these talents a little bit, trying to see what's good. Again, right now this is just my BG setup. So, alrighty. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit subscribe. I'll be posting a lot more videos. Probably with my Fire Mage. And give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.